was wallpaper with tiny roses and rules, a whisper motto in the hallway: children are to be seen, not heard. We learned to fold our laughter in the corners, tuck our questions in our sleeves, hands busy, mouths quieter than the ticking clock on the mantle. I married at 15, put my name beside another's on a cheap ring. Had a baby at 16, held a new small life and practiced silence like a hymn. They never asked what I thought, only where I'd stand and how I'd move. An atlas of small permissions, a map with all the roads removed. There was a kindness in the quiet, like soft paper over a bruise. And I learned the art of nodding, of saying nothing to refuse. I grew up counting pauses like they were coins in my palm. Made a fortune out of hush and learned to stay calm. At 35 I opened up my mouth and tasted it. Found my words had weight, felt like they could lift me somewhere seen, not heard. Yeah, that phrase carved into the walls. But for a little while I stood and I answered when the moments called. At 38 the world came in on velvet shoes, swept me off my feet, gave me a license to speak, a late bloom of saved speech. I sang small songs about groceries and the moon and how freedom felt new. He laughed, and that laugh was a room where my sentences grew. But silence is a patient thing that delivers in clever plans. I thought I found freedom, but sometimes rings hide hands. Slowly, like snowfall, like money slipped away, the quiet crept back in. Ignored requests turned into rules, then restraints I can't unspin. There were apologies in my echo, and I learned to soften my request, to ask permission for my breath, to tuck opinions in my chest. I grew up counting pauses like they were coins in my palm. Made a fortune out of hush and learned to stay calm. At 35 I opened up my mouth and tasted air. Found my words had weight, felt like they could lift me somewhere seen, not heard. That old line made a comeback through the years, and every little answer slid away beneath the fun of tears. 30 years like pages turned with ink that slowly bled, promises revoked in a hand that said it cared. By 68 the law of silence lived again behind my ribs. Speak only when spoken to. I'm the footstool, the quiet witness. There's a rhythm to my breathing that remembers how it felt to stand at a window shouting silently at a street that has no care. Now my words float through the air, nowhere to land, but in the quiet between their sentences I keep a little flame. A moth, small insistence that remembers how to speak without shame. Not loud enough to wake the house, not brave enough to break the law, just enough to remind the walls that once I knew my voice and what it saw. I grew up counting pauses like they were coins in my palm. Made a fortune out of hush and learned to stay calm. At 35 I opened up my mouth and tasted air. Felt my words had wings, brief, incandescent, spare. Now at 68 the rule is back and I obey the curfew's word. Seen, not heard, I fold my sentences and keep them like a bird. So if you pass this little house and hear a whisper in the dark, no, it's not permission asking, it's a memory of a spark. I speak in small confessions only when they speak to me. Arms footstool on the